100 rated chess, but your opponent is virus. Every time an enemy piece or pawn moves, it infects all nearby pieces and pawns. Infected pieces and pawns can't move for 5 turns. After 5 turns, your infected piece or pawn gets immunity and it never gets infected again. So the challenge only suggested the infections happening on 4 directions, but that is obviously way too easy. So I guess we'll change it to all 8 directions. Now it is very challenging. We get a 102 from somewhere around the world. The challenge said that my opponent is virus, so I didn't want to include opponent's flag, which may create serious problems. d4. e5. The plan is very simple. Since the challenge only takes effect when my opponent makes a move, I will voluntarily move my pieces and pawns next to his pieces and pawns, which should theoretically reduce the number of times he can activate the challenge. The most dangerous place is the safest place. Knight f3. E takes d4. Opening up the board should be really good, lesser chance of pieces touching each other. Knight takes d4. c5. Knight back to f3. d5. Domain expansion. Knight c3. d4. This is really good. We may even get to trap his knight here. Never mind. That blunders a horsey, but his e-pawn has just immobilized my d-pawn for the next 5 moves. And I can't even go knight c6 because e d4 knight d4 he can take my knight and my c-pawn cannot recapture because it will also be immobilized by his knight. So I guess knight f6 instead. Knight a4. Very aggressive. Queen a5 check. In no world do you go b4 here. Absolutely. b5. Bishop takes b5. Wow. That blunders a bishop, but it's already immobilized my queen. And even worse, I don't want to block this check because a capture will immobilize my king, which risks ending the video by another random check from my opponent. So I guess king d8 instead. It's alright, as long as I'm not blundering checkmates. We can prioritize on keeping the king's ability to move around by himself. I mean, how crazy can he go anyway? It's fine. King e7. I'm not blocking the checks unless it is absolutely mandatory. Queen takes c5 check. King d8. That queen should be blundered soon enough. Absolutely. That blunders a woman. Rook d1 check. King e7 again. Not gonna lie, but this time king e7 looks like the best move of the position. Knight e5. Aha. You see, my opponent went bishop b5 check on move number 9, which rendered my queen immobilized for move number 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. My woman is now officially completely exempted from the challenge. Queen takes b5. Absolutely perfect. Now it is physically impossible for him to immobilize my king. Nah, it's fine. It's not like he can do anything substantial with my queen exempted from the rules. Queen takes a4. Rook d7 check. That is very dangerous. My knight is immobilized by his knight. My bishop is immobilized by his rook. But my queen is still exempted from the rules. My other knight can also capture, by the way. There is still a decent amount of profits for not developing the pieces. Knight takes h8. That blunders a king. Queen to d1. Backrank checkmate in 1. Mission accomplished. It's reading comment time. How do you use chopsticks with pasta? I don't understand the question here. Unlike the forks, you can either stab the food or roll the noodles around. There is literally only one way to use chopsticks with whatever food is on the plate. Simp saying 100% win rate to boost engagement because everyone will comment that his math is wrong. My math is always correct. In case anyone thinks my math is wrong, just remember that I am an Asian. What's your favorite food and drink? Water is my favorite drink, and this thing is my favorite food.